The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Taken from about the 12. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Jones wants to throw to start things out here. Finds Strong on the check down. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. This defense for the Steelers, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Throwing Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now Jones. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Steps away to his left. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
What many term as a down year for rookie quarterbacks, the Steelers took Pickett 20th overall because they knew him better than any other quarterback in the draft. They consider him the most pro-ready passer in the class. He's got plenty of gunslinger in him as well. You give him an inch of space to make a throw, he's going to try and make it into a mile.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. But that time, they were up to the challenge.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action. Pickett. He'll buy some time right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possible.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Pickett will try to throw for this. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. Interesting. And the kicker's fine, but they just have to be aggressive and go for 2 when they get it.
Does that not remind you of Mike Tomlin of a few seasons ago? Remember that when he started out the season, just this spate of going for 2 all the time and really making people understand, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to come after you. That felt like that Mike Tomlin coaching the team again.
Didn't he do that when they initially moved the extra point back a little bit?
He certainly did. Started to play a little analytics there and also let people know I feel really confident with my offense on the field.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's the rookie fourth-round pick, Pierre Strong. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Looking to throw. Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. That's caught left side. Myers with it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Jones now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly this.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead is Strong. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd and 7, Jones nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers will take over possession here up at the 44.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Pickett throwing again on 2nd down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. One quarter down, 8-0 the score. second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. The Steelers 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road.
And I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
I certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up, trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now a give, running left is Harris. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Jones. This one swung outside to Strong. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now this time he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Strong. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll run with Strong. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Looking to throw. Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he is going to pick up a Patriots 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Give up the middle to Strong. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. 8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones.
That's pass interference. Come on.
Incomplete. But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones gets it to Strong. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Folk's kick is good. And they get on the board, trailing now 8-3. We're trailing here in the first half still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try and bring this one back to even.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Patriots are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49.
Oh, he got to catch those.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Meanwhile, Jones throw into the hands of Henry here. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Hunter Henry's now in his 2nd season with the New England Patriots and had 9 touchdowns in his first campaign and really emerged as rookie quarterback Mac Jones' favorite target, especially when they needed points in the red zone. Stays his favorite here and picks up a 1st down.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. There's your co-NFL record holder, T.J. Watt, doing what he does best, terrorizing quarterbacks.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. On 3rd down, here's Strong. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Folk's kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here gets them back within a couple at 8-6 now. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. It's brought in by Harris. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Pickett sets up play action. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Pickett now on first down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Pickett back to the air on second down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
Dialing up another pass here, Pickett. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Pickett. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Buying time to his left. Complete. It's Johnson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Deontay Johnson. His 4th touchdown in the year. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Juwan Bentley.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
They weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll start on the ground with Strong. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Jones to throw on third down. And they get Jones for the third time in this ball game. And some room to run now. Boy, so another interception.
Don't you gotta get off the line.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That's going to be caught, and he'll be out of bounds. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19. Harris, touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, but from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, it looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4-5 between the two.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for two. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields this way up at the 17. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Pats at the line ready to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
The last run good for two. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six. Steeler touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in
come on, I pressed triangle. Get the fuck out of here.
Close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for the Steelers score. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. It's complete. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. A short kick taken at the 18. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. Complete. It's Henry. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down.
Why can't I jump for the fucking ball?
Interception. And the Steelers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe... Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Like, why my players not jumping, bro? Like, is fucking triangle working?
A ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here. And 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Strong. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Jones. Looking Strong's way again, and he's got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Operating from the gun. Jones. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now here's another interception. And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this...
It's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Marcus Jones picks it. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlight.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Adrian Phillips.
Tacked on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll start with a handoff to Strong. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Finds Strong on the check down. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Come on, bro.
Interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
That's true. You've said that before. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no
option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
They'll try and throw for it. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Second down, here's Strong once more. And maybe shades of the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Strong again, and he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well,
Our Father who art in heaven, I love when you toss me blessings. You never throw interceptions. I catch them like Odie Beckham. Hard to not push the devil when built like Tiana Teller and balling at 27. I feel like Iman Sherper. Know there's a disconnect when the sheep start to lead the shepherd. The weak start to be aggressive. The streets start to be the reverend. Bragging about first class. Seated on 9/11. They spirits are not united. A legion, my soul forever. I murder my adolescence assault with a friendly weapon. I verbally dissect them to help them get back together. Wanting the stranger things. I handle it like 11. My point is I guard the kids. I should play for the Celtics. Watch how I Euro step them and curry them like I'm stepping. Whenever I'm in your town, the warriors in your presence. I manifest my endeavors. I'm blessed and I'm getting better. I walk amongst living legends. Coach Contra will live forever. Oh. New goals, baby, move. Got my wrist in these grits, tryna whip something new. I am sick of this rabbit. So are you. Hold on, switch. Mama, I'm gonna introduce my ego. Since the world full of villains, then let's introduce the heroes. We the good guys, no blood on our hands. Cheetos, she a back. Finish, guaranteed. Don't move back. Type of view is that on the globe. It's a visionary peeking out the window of my soul. Might just fall back, then a helping hand and play my role. You ain't all that. In the mirror, oversold. Call me Reason Ice, aka Malcolm XL. That's a big pun, bigger punishment. I give him hell. Get done. Keep it blunt enough. You can't cough drop. Tell them hard for their health. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with hit boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused, spoiled little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top three, I'm not number one, how could you post that? I would've crowned the city